Hi, I'm Healy Means. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a vlog in the car video. Some of the new content that I wanted to bring to my channel had me considering creating a whole separate channel, and I was gonna group my gardening stuff like with this stuff that I want to talk about. But after thinking about it a lot, getting some feedback from you all, you said, hey, just keep everything in one channel. And then I had a recommendation that said, just do playlists. Well, I already do playlists. If you haven't seen my playlist, go ahead and check them out. Like, I have a backyard shenanigans playlist. I have a vlog in the car playlist. And then I have a bunch of different kind of like hair related playlists. But I do have playlists. So if this is not the kind of video that interests you, but you still like the hair content, or you still want to see the gardening videos, then please go ahead and check that out. I understand that every topic or every type of content doesn't appeal to everybody, but at least for right now, instead of creating a new channel, I'm just gonna keep everything on this channel and separate stuff by the playlist. Now let's get to what I want to say. Are you self-sufficient? Now, being self-sufficient can mean many different things to different people. I'm not necessarily saying, are you able to live 100% off the grid in the mountains in the winter during a snowstorm? I ain't necessarily saying that. I mean, if you can, though, you know what I'm saying? Good on you. Holla at me, because I need some tips too. But are you self-sufficient? I've been kind of hinting towards that. Just a lot throughout my videos saying, hey, prepare, hey, make sure you are good to go. Just without actually flat out coming out and saying it. Now, y'all, I'm finna flat out and come out and say it. Like, are you prepared for these times and the times to come? Just think about today and everything that's going on. Gas prices is going up. Food prices is going up. Shelves are empty. And I'm not just talking about food shelves. I'm talking about different kind of products, services that businesses offer. They either have a higher price, they less available, there's longer wait times. You have companies that are, going on a downtrend with their deliveries. Like, you can't get same day delivery, or instead of overnight delivery, now is 1 to 2 day. Instead of 1 to 2 day, now it's 3 to 4 day. I ordered some stuff off of eBay, and it took over 2 weeks for a same state delivery. We lived in the same state, and it took over 2 weeks. I can't really blame that on the seller. I think it's more of the shipping. That's what I think it is. Going back to some of the more immediate things, though, do you have food? I know everybody by now have heard about the baby formula shortage. If you have small children or just children that depend on that baby formula, was anybody thinking about that? Was anybody prepared? How many people had extra cans or extra containers of the powder mix or whatever? How many people had extra of that? How many children are going with less? How many parents are pulling their hair out trying to resolve this situation? I have so much to say on that, but I'm going to just leave it at that. The price of protein, so your meat, your beef, your chicken, the fish, like the price of all of that stuff is going up. And then on the top of that, everything got the flu now. We got the avian flu. We got mad cow disease. We got, I don't think it's mad cow disease just, but what I'm saying is the price for meats and proteins are going up. And then you have diseases and things that are affecting those products. You're having recalls, food recalls, produce recalls. We got salmonella. Like, everything is jumping up out the woods to affect the availability of food, on top of the price hikes, and on top of this country's agricultural operations being diminished. Farmers aren't planting, as much as what they used to. The price of fertilizer is going up. I've been growing a garden since I was a kid. As I mentioned before, my grandparents were farmers, so I have that, kind of like background and kind of, sewn in my genes from like, when I was a child. So, on and off over the years, I've always had some kind of garden. Matter of fact, one of my subscribers, and I'm going to get this for you. She doesn't have a backyard or enough space for raised beds or anything like that, like the garden I have. But she was like, hey, can you do a video on, like something smaller, something I could put in my window? So I went to the Dollar Tree. I went to the 99-cent stores that we have out here. I have all of the stuff, y'all. I've been having the stuff for probably about 3 weeks, and it actually was already on the list of videos that I wanted to make. And the title of the video is going to be something like my Dollar Tree kitchen window garden. And it's mainly going to be herbs, because trying to grow a tomato plant in your window, you might be able to do it, but at some point, I hope you don't need that window. The stuff is still in the bags. Like, I have it all. I want to record that video and get it up, because at the least, I think everybody can do a kitchen window like herb garden. Like, everybody can do that. If you're buying food to eat, you can buy food to grow. I don't care if it's one plant. I don't care if it's one plant, a herb in your windowsill. Some people have like those fake plants, like those fake tall plants in your living room or whatever, and you got the 5-gallon pot or whatever. Hey, replace that with a real plant. And you can grow that inside your home. You don't have to have a huge yard. You don't have to be on a homestead. You don't have to have acreage. And like I said, even if it's literally one herb, one seed, one herb, one plant in your windowsill, you can do it. How self-sufficient are you? Do you have water stocked up? Are you dependent on the bottled water at the store, or the tap water out of your faucet? If you can't get bottled water, can you get a filter for your water at home? A lot of people have like these shower filters, and I see them. I see y'all when you're doing your hair videos. You got the filter on the shower, but what about a filter on the kitchen sink faucet, or some type of filtration system like that? If you have to start using that filter water out your shower, then at least that's something. But what about water? There's the rule of threes, where you can go 3 minutes without oxygen, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. Now, that's like on the maximum end. Of course, if you go 30 seconds without air, your body going to have some kind of reaction trying to make you breathe. If you go 1 or 2 days without water, your body is going to have a reaction. If you go like a few days without food, your body is going to have a reaction. But the rule of threes is like the maximum amount of time that you can go without those certain things, air, water, and food, before you are placing yourself in a perishable state. This is something that been heavy on my heart for like a long time. I have always been a person that have stored and saved a few extra cans of food, 1 extra bag of rice, a couple of extra bags of beans. People who know me personally, I have been that way since forever. I remember in elementary school, I was taking red beans from out the bag and planting them in the backyard, and growing bean plants in the backyard in elementary school, y'all. So this ain't new to me. I'm not just, jumping on here out the blue for the first time with these ideas and with these thoughts. I ain't new to this. I've been true to this. I can thank my grandparents for that. I can thank my parents for that. So I've always been the one to store up a little bit extra and have a little bit on the side. So we talked about food. We talked about water. hopefully you are straight on your shelter. I know a lot of people, the rent is getting high, landlords trying to kick people out, mortgage payments is going up, insurance is going up, mortgage interest rates is going up. If you have a home, it's probably not the best time to refinance, but hashtag not a financial advisor, hashtag not any kind of professional of any kind. This is just what I see living my daily life. And I'm out here in Southern California. So gas prices, like, y'all, gas is over $7 in some places here. I said over 7. I believe the national average for gasoline now is at $5 a gallon for regular unleaded. And yes, there are places in California where gas has reached $10 a gallon. But y'all, that's like very remote, like, places. It's not like the city gas station, like the local city gas station or whatever. In LA, gas is $8-9 a gallon, so they're gonna be $10. I'm telling y'all, by 4th of July, where I am is probably gonna be everything over $7, or you might be able to find like $6.79, $6.89. LA will be, if not $10, very close to it. But California have the highest gas prices in all of the 50 states. Part of it is just because of state governance, and I'm gonna just leave that right there. But on July 1st, we have another gas tax raise. I think it's 3 more cents a gallon. I want to know who is voting for these gas tax raises. I don't understand it. And yeah, y'all, we gonna rant a little bit too, because on the news about 3 weeks ago, I saw where it said, oh, the legislature, they tried to like submit a bill that would pause the gas tax for 6 months, or pause it for a year, or cut it in half or something like that. But the voting fell short. Now, if about 75 to 95% of the legislature is one political party, but the voting is falling short, who voting short on it? And I promise y'all, I'm gonna just leave it right there. I'm gonna just leave it right there, because I have so much to say about that. But I'm sure I would lose all of my subscribers, except for like my family members who would just stay subscribed because they're my family. I love y'all. Thank y'all. So we talked about, food. We talked about water. Hopefully everybody is good on shelter. If you think you might have to move or travel or whatever, something called a bug out bag. Basically, it's like supplies that you would have in the backpack that you can take with you when you're traveling. If you have to walk with the bag, you got to make sure you can carry it. So don't pack it with everything under the sun, and then you can't walk 3 steps before you fall over. So that's the thing, bug out bag. First aid. You want to have first aid. Y'all, I don't know if this is happening in your city or your state or whatever, but here they've already come out and said, if you call the police and it's not, I don't know, like a dire emergency, like you're not in like a live shootout or somebody, missing a limb or something like that. If it's not some kind of dire situation, you will have a delayed police response, if a police response at all. You will have a delayed ambulance or emergency services response, if one at all. I had a situation that happened. This is several months ago now. But we had a situation where we had to call the ambulance. It wasn't like a dire, but it was enough to call the ambulance. By the time the ambulance came, they did, like a quick check, vitals and all that kind of stuff. And it was like, hey, this is not a situation where we can take you to the ER. The ERs are full. They're not taking any ambulances. And your situation is not dire enough to where we could ride you in the ambulance to the ER anyway. Wow. And this was like 6 or 7 months ago. Now it's even worse. So you might have to, patch yourself up, or patch up a family, friend, loved one, or whatever. You might have to patch them up first on your way to trying to get like more professional help. So you want to have first aid items. And I'm trying to be general because, you know, different situations and everything, that's going to be different for different people. So I'm just, you know, I'm kind of like, I'm trying to be general. Going back to the food, you know, you want to have, you know, you're going to have refrigerated food. If you have a freezer or a deep freezer, you're going to have food there. If you have a pantry or a closet, under the bed, on the shelf next to some of them hair care products. Shoot, I mean, in your closet, like, make space. You have room. If you have a living place, whether it's a house or apartment, if you're living in a shack, you got somewhere to store like a couple cans of food. You know, so you want to do that. And then if you have a garage or, you know, a shed or something like that, maybe you can store a little bit more food. But you want to have food in different, like different types. So if you have milk in your refrigerator, you might want to have the dry milk powder. If you have fresh produce, you might want to also have frozen produce, canned produce, freeze dried, dehydrated, you know, whatever. You want to have different types of food because you don't know when the electricity is going to go out. Rodents and pests might eat through the packaging, like, of your food. Just, you don't want to have a single point of failure in anything that you have. Now, I'm not saying that everybody need to, you know, go out and be a prepper and buy $1,000 worth of canned goods, you know, if you could even do that. But I just recommend every time you go to the grocery store, just get one. I don't care if you just get one extra can of one vegetable. It's something that you want to do over time, so it's not a shock on your purse or your wallet. But in these times, I would say you might want to put a little extra effort in it. Let's talk about light and heat and fire. So if you have all electric in your home and then the power goes out, how you going to cook your food? Do you have a grill? You can have a charcoal grill. You can have a propane grill. Another kind of grill, another kind of way to cook food or heat up food. I have one of those, you know, like the little small tabletop charcoal grills, and then I have like a full size one. So I have a way to heat up food and still cook if the power goes out. I know some people have like the little propane, like the little one burner stove or like the camping stove. You know, you can get that. I think those use propane. That'll be another way to cook food. You also might need a way to boil water, like if the city water system shut down, because you know sometimes you have to do that anyway. I know in Louisiana, like when hurricane season come and like the water, we have to cut the water off or the pumping station stop or whatever, and then we have to boil water for the next like few days until the water system get back on track. You want to have a way to boil water. Things like having matches, having candles. When the power go out and it's dark, you can't see, you still want to do stuff. You want to have several different forms of lighting. So you can have candles, you can have lanterns, lamps with lamp oil, you can have matches, you can have glow sticks. I mean, just be creative. Check out a few homesteading and prepping videos or websites. Like I said, I'm not asking you to like go buy no cow and farm animals and all of that kind of stuff, but I'm saying you can get some good ideas of how to prepare in some tight situations. And I feel like now, y'all, we in some tight situations. I feel like we in tight situations now, and I feel like it's gonna get tighter. I don't want anybody who watches my channel to be stuck out. I don't want you to say, oh man, nobody told me. I wasn't aware. I didn't have time to prepare. I didn't know that it was this serious. Because right now, you still see food on the shelves. The electricity is still on in your house. The water is still running out the faucet. Even though gas prices is ridiculous, you're still able to squeeze some money out to pay for gas. People still going out to eat. People still going on vacations. People still, taking trips around the world, flying, all of that kind of stuff. People still doing that. And I think it just gives the sense that it's not that serious. This is all going to blow over. Gas have literally doubled in price. Food prices is up, 10 to over 150%, depending on what you're buying and what type of food it is. And like, we all see what's happening and we feel it, but maybe it just it don't seem real. Y'all, it's real. It's real. I'm telling you, it's real. And I just want people to prepare. So again, I have to ask you, are you self-sufficient? How sufficient are you to continue to live comfortably in these times that we in and the times to come? If the President of the United States says there will be food shortages, listen to what he's telling you. On the financial scene, if the Fed chair is telling you that interest rates are going up and they will have interest rate hikes, believe what he's telling you. If you see the price of the gas going up every time you go to the gas station, believe that it's going to continue to go up. I just want you to be informed. I want you to be notified. I want you to prepare in a way where you can live comfortably. Because when the stuff hit the fan, the first thing people do is freak out. They panic. Oh, wait, y'all. Hold on. My charging is done. All right, y'all. Like I was saying, the first thing people do, when something drastic happens, is that they freak out and they panic. And if you're already starving, if you already don't have gas in your car, if you're already not able to meet like your medical needs and stuff or whatever, you're not thinking clearly. It's hard to think clearly when you're hungry, you're thirsty, you're injured, or anything like that. So if you prepare now as best you can with what you have, I'm not asking anybody, I don't recommend anybody like go in debt or just stretch themselves past the extreme. You have to prepare within your means. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Prepare within your means how you are able, for you. So that's I'm definitely saying that. Go ahead, baby. I got a stop sign. I think I'm gonna cut this video here because I'm about to get back on the road. I'm actually headed to the Dollar Tree and the 99-cent store, y'all. I'm trying to see what they have because your girl is shopping for groceries at the 99-cent store and the $1.25 tree. Yes, I am. I'm getting canned goods. I'm getting packaged goods. I'm looking for first aid items. I'm getting toiletries from the Dollar Tree. Why would I go to another store and pay, full price or whatever when I could just go ahead and get it for 99-cent or for $1.25? Come on, y'all. We gotta work smarter, not harder. And we need to let this money stretch. Like, this money gotta stretch. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for this video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, click that notifications bell, share this video. Let me know what you think about this type of content. Future videos is probably going to be a little bit more organized, and I'm not going to be like all over the place, but I have some stuff that's like really near and dear to my heart that I really want to share with you. I really want to say what I have to say, and hopefully YouTube don't like strike my channel out. Until next time, be safe, be well, and be blessed. And y'all go prepare. Please just prepare. Whatever that means to you, prepare.